Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back baby with another banging video. So in this video, we're going to talk about Miss Tasha K dragging Keshakaoir on the behalf of her dear friend, Nicki Minaj, because none of this happened until Keshakaoir went on the Breakfast Club and DJ Envy was the one who actually stirred the pot on this one, basically mentioning that, even Nicki started from Gucci Mane, right? And Keysha was like, yeah, and, when they collect these awards, they need to, give them some kind of acknowledgement. And Nicki was not having it. Nicki started dragging Keshakaoir, saying that Keysha wants to be like her. And she wasn't just saying it, like she was showing you side by side photos, exactly like what she did Jay-Z and Beyonce. And if you guys actually remember, Nicki, and when Nicki was that girl, still is that girl, but when Nicki was in the heights of her career, literally everyone and their mamas wanted to be like Nicki. So if anyone says that's a lie, they're a liar. I can speak the facts on that one. And it was a thing. Nicki Minaj started a trend at that point in time. So now after Nicki went off on Keysha clapped back with Cardi B's song because, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, they're rivals. Cardi B throws rocks and hide her hands when it comes to Nicki. And if you're not paying attention, you would not even see that Cardi B is the one who is always throwing rocks and hiding her hands because Cardi B is genuinely an industry plant. She is an industry plant to its core, right? So when it comes to someone who has serious pen games like Nicki, if you look at how BET Awards even shifts the goalpost around Nicki and how they intentionally, year after year, deprive her of her award ever since that Whitney Houston moment, you know that the industry is dirty, it's corrupt, it's nasty. You know that it has to be nasty to the core, wherein Cardi B was at an industry party encouraging people to take coke. Yeah, remember that clip? And then when she had beef with Nicki, she was throwing shades at Nicki, saying that Nicki is a crackhead, but she was encouraging the white people to take the coke and have a good time at the party. Do you see the hypocrisy? And do you see why Cardi is an industry plant? I'm not picking sides here. I'm gonna be honest and I'm just gonna speak the truth about everything the best way I know how to. So, fast forward to now, Keshakaoir, clap back at Nicki with Cardi B song, and Tasha K, being Nicki's friend, was like, no bitch, you're not gonna do that and get away with it. So Tasha K, I'm gonna tell you this, honey. I'm gonna tell you this. Keshakaoir, where she's from, those girls, you don't throw shades at them and think that that's the end of the day. Keysha will beat your ass. And that fight that I saw you throwing down, those girls, where Keysha is from, they don't fight like that. They literally fight. So I would say to you, be careful what you say about this woman because she'll literally beat your ass. And she's not going to threaten you. You're just gonna see her coming, so be careful. Tread lightly, okay? But you can always say what you want to, cause everyone is giving their clap back and they're dragging, which is only fair, right? And everyone deserves to have a friend in their corner. So with Tasha K with Nicki Minaj having Tasha K in her corner, I believe it's only fair that Nicki has someone on her side. So Tasha K decides to put Miss Keshakaoir on blast. And she says Keshakaoir faces backlash after being accused of charging $525 for mental health consultation without license. No. I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this. Tasha K is not saying this out of nowhere. Someone actually called out Keshakaoir on this. The person's page is Sagittarius, and the person is saying, why am I hearing that at Keshakaoir is charging people $525 consult on mental health issues? She's not licensed or qualified to speak on mental illness. This is dangerous and irresponsible. Mental health support requires real credentials. Report her. No, they're showing where she has booking sessions on her site, and she says nothing is off limits. You or your family member struggling with bipolar disorder, mental health issues, relationships, mindset, body, goals, confidence. If you need clarity, Keysha is listening and keeping it real with you. Now, what Keysha is doing, it is not illegal. It's not illegal. She's not claiming to be a mental expert. She's saying if you're going through these things, Keysha is going to keep it real with you. And if you need clarity, she's listening and she's going to keep it real. And you know what too? If you've ever been to therapy or anything like that, you know that oftentimes there's a theory and there's practical. Keysha has been through the practical, like she has witnessed her husband going through it and they had to go to therapy. And that's where she got the theory at therapy. So she has common knowledge that she can actually impart on others. And oftentimes people don't feel connected to the experts. They can often translate better to someone who has, been through it and is consistently going through it. The person, they're going to break it down to simpler terms where it's a lot easier for you to understand, translate, and apply it. It's like going to school, and sometimes a teacher would ask someone in the class to explain a particular topic because oftentimes they know that people learn best from their peers or people that's on the same level as they are. So with what Keshakaoir is doing, it's not illegal. If she was making claims that she's a therapist, she's a this, she's a that, she's a that, and she can provide diagnosis and all of that, that is what is illegal, right? But what she's doing, definitely not illegal. Now, another thing also, we have to give it to the Barbs. The Barbs do not miss anything. If something was ever placed on the internet, they're gonna catch it, they're gonna save it, and they're gonna use it in Nicki's defense at a later date. Now, as I've said, I'm happy that Tasha K is in not Cardi B, but Nicki Minaj corner, but I would also hope that they, encourage Nicki to get therapy, because when you're getting like back-to-back hits like that, like people keep doing you injustice consistently, that can take a toll on you emotionally. And oftentimes people misread that for mental health issues. Cardi B also accused Nicki Minaj of having a mental health disorder. And I think that's very extremely unintelligent of Cardi B to do, because no one buys their illness. And Cardi B is a mother, and she had her meltdown, she had her momentarily insanity that we all witness on social media. And when others tried to use that against Cardi B, a lot of people came to Cardi B's defense. So as such, she should do better and not use someone's mental illness or any, even if it's an emotional meltdown against them. That is unhealthy behavior, and it's a arrogant practice as well. But anywho, this, drama that is going on, I think it was completely unwarranted because, DJ Envy did start the pot, and I didn't see anything wrong about what Keshakaoir said. But Nicki, being, the girl who is always being targeted by someone in the industry, even if it's simple or slight, she's gonna feel as though everyone is ganging up against her consistently, and she's gonna feel the need to defend herself. So a lot of what she said there, she wasn't telling a lie. Many people may not like to hear the truth, but she wasn't telling any lies. When Nicki was in the heights of her career, everyone and their mamas wanted to be Nicki Minaj. But that's all I have to share with you all for now. That's just my 2 cents on the matter. Let me know what's your take. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and we're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.